salt every single day, right? But do we really know what's going on with it? Today, we're going to pull back the curtain and find out about the shocking amounts of hidden sodium in the foods you probably eat all the time. Okay, quick question for you. Think about what you ate yesterday. Any clue how much salt was really in there? I'm going to bet the real number is way higher than you think. It's probably going to shock you a little bit.
All right, let's just dive right into the numbers, shall we? So the experts, they tell us we should aim for about 2,300 milligrams of sodium a day. That's the recommended limit. But here's the reality check. Most of us are actually getting closer to 3,400 milligrams. Yeah, that's almost 50% over the limit every single day.
And this is what we're talking about when we say the hidden salt problem. It's a huge deal, mainly because most of us have no idea it's even a thing. But, just understanding this, that's the absolute first step to taking charge of your health. Okay, quick refresher just so we're all on the same page. Sodium. It's a mineral, and believe it or not, our bodies actually need it to work right. But, and this is the big but, it gets really harmful when we have too much. And where do we get most of it? You guessed it, salt. So the big question is, where is all this extra sodium coming from? I mean, if you're thinking it's just from the salt shaker you use at dinner, well, that's just the tip of the iceberg. The real culprits? They're hiding in plain sight, in foods you would never suspect. All right, first up on our list of these salty suspects is bread. No, I'm not kidding. Bread. That simple, everyday thing that's sitting in pretty much everyone's kitchen right now. Check this out. A single slice of just normal wheat bread can have around 144 milligrams of sodium. Now, I know, that doesn't sound like a whole lot, but think about it. That's 6% of your entire daily value. So if you make a simple sandwich for lunch, boom, that's 12% of your daily limit right there, and you haven't even put anything in it yet. See how fast this stuff adds up? Okay, so what are we putting in that sandwich? Well, a lot of us go for deli meat, right? Like turkey. Seems like a perfectly healthy, harmless choice. Get ready for this. One single, thin slice of deli turkey can have 251 milligrams of sodium. That's more than 10% of your daily limit in one slice. So if you put, say, 3 slices in your sandwich, you're already at a third of your daily max. And that's just the turkey. And oh, the list just keeps on going. Pizza, that's a huge one. A single slice can pack around 640 milligrams. Then you've got your usual suspects, cold cuts, cheeses, burritos, that pre-seasoned chicken you buy at the store, and of course, all those savory snacks we love like chips and crackers, and we absolutely cannot forget about canned soup. Actually, the data on this is pretty wild. Pizza isn't just a big source of sodium. It's literally the single largest source in the entire US diet. Think about that. Over 5% of all the sodium the country consumes comes from pizza. Just wow. And let's talk about that canned soup for a second. You might grab it thinking, hey, this is a healthy choice. But a normal-sized can of, say, minestrone soup can have a staggering 1,540 milligrams of sodium. That is 2/3 of your entire daily limit. Gone. In one single bowl of soup. That's crazy. Okay, so now we know where all this salt is hiding. But why does it matter so much? Let's get into what all this extra sodium is actually doing to our bodies, both day to day and in the long run. In the short term, you might notice things like feeling bloated or a little puffy. That's basically your body retaining water because of all that salt. But it's the long-term risks where things get really serious. See, over time, all that extra water puts more and more pressure on your blood vessels. This leads to high blood pressure, which then, it skyrockets your risk for really serious stuff like kidney disease, stroke, and even osteoporosis. All right, so that's the bad news. But here's the good news. You are absolutely not powerless in this, not at all. So let's totally shift gears and talk about some simple, super smart ways you can take back control. The most important thing to remember is that small changes can make a massive difference. Seriously. Start by just becoming a label detective at the grocery store. Actively look for things marked low sodium. Here's another super easy win. Rinse your canned foods. Just giving canned beans or veggies a quick wash gets rid of so much sodium. And hey, get creative in the kitchen. Instead of reaching for salts, try using herbs, garlic, pepper, a squeeze of lemon, and of course, the ultimate power move is cooking from scratch. That way, you have 100% control over what goes in. And I really want to double down on that rinsing tip because it's just so easy and crazy effective. I mean, just taking a minute to rinse canned beans or veggies can wash away a truly surprising amount of sodium. It's an absolute game changer.
So, to make this all feel a bit more real and less like just a bunch of numbers, let's build a little game plan. What does a delicious, totally satisfying, low sodium day of eating actually look like in practice?
Here's a perfect example. For breakfast, maybe a yogurt parfait with fresh berries and some unsalted walnuts. For lunch, a big pasta salad loaded with fresh veggies and, yep, those rinsed chickpeas. For a snack, a handful of unsalted nuts and some grapes. And for dinner, how about some beautifully roasted salmon and broccoli seasoned with nothing but lemon and herbs? You see, this is all packed with amazing flavor, not salt. So as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with a little challenge. Just think about your own routine. What's one simple swap you can make this week to start cutting back on that hidden salt? Maybe it's just rinsing your canned beans from now on, or maybe it's choosing the unsalted nuts next time you need a snack. Whatever it is, remember, the power to make a big change starts with that one tiny step. Thanks so much for tuning in.